Ever wonder how to feng shui your aquarium and give your fish a forest to cruise around in? Enter Lucky Bamboo. In this video, I'll show you 7 simple steps to get it thriving and turn your tank into the ultimate zen spot. Ready to impress? Let's dive in. Lucky Bamboo isn't just about aesthetics. It absorbs nitrates and toxins, boosting water quality while giving your fish a cleaner and healthier environment. Fish love the extra hiding spots, which makes them feel secure and at ease. So while you may think it's just another plant, it's actually a natural filtration system and hangout spot all in one. It's tough and adapts to different environments, so you don't need to stress about perfect conditions right off the bat. And get this, despite the name, it's not actual bamboo, but it's part of the Dracaena family, which means it's a more manageable plant to care for. So if you're looking to level up your aquarium with good-looking and hard-working greenery, Lucky Bamboo is the one. There are multiple differences between regular bamboo and Lucky Bamboo. Check out the table comparison on the screen now. Regular bamboo gets much taller and is impractical for aquariums. The stems are also hollow, while Lucky Bamboos are fleshy and full. Lucky Bamboo thrives in freshwater tanks, and all you need is a 5-gallon setup. A strong filter is key here to keeping water clean and flowing. For the base, use nutrient-rich substrates like aquatic soil mixed with gravel to anchor the roots. On a budget, organic dirt works too. Just ensure it's aquarium safe. While high-tech CO2 systems aren't essential, a small boost of liquid CO2 does help keep the plant vibrant. Grab some garden shears for occasional pruning to keep your bamboo looking fresh. They also thrive in low to moderate indirect light, so no fancy lighting needed. Too much direct light can cause algae growth, affecting water quality. Stick to dechlorinated water to protect your bamboo and fish. And the ideal water temperature? Between 65 and 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Moderate CO2 levels also help your bamboo stay healthy and green. Though low maintenance, these plants still need some care. Prune regularly by trimming above the nodes to encourage fresh growth. Fertilize lightly every 6 to 8 weeks, because too much will cause yellowing or stunted growth. For liquid fertilizers, I prefer to use either APT Complete or Easy Green. Alright, first things first. Before you dive into the world of Lucky Bamboo and aquariums, let's talk about prepping your tank like a pro. Lucky Bamboo has some specific requirements that are easy to nail once you know what you're doing. This plant doesn't want to be fully dunked underwater. It's best to have the leaves above the surface. Submerge those leaves and your bamboo will start rotting faster than last week's avocado toast. Trust me, your fish aren't vibing with ammonia in the water from rotting plants. The best spot to place your Lucky Bamboo is in the background or corners of your tank. Why? Because it can grow tall, making it the perfect backdrop while giving your tank that jungle aesthetic. Plus, your fish will love the extra hiding spots. You're basically setting up a 5-star aquatic hotel. Remember, only the stalks and roots go underwater. Anything above that should stay dry and bask in all its leafy glory. Now let's talk about the base. Literally. Lucky Bamboo doesn't need anything too fancy, but if you want it to thrive and grow tall enough to make your tank the envy of all aquarium enthusiasts, you need the right substrate. Aquatic soil mixed with gravel is the way to go. The soil provides the nutrients that the bamboo craves, while the gravel helps keep everything stable, preventing your plant from floating around in the tank. Lighting is where people often mess this up. Lucky Bamboo doesn't need to be under a spotlight like it's performing on a stage. Low to moderate indirect light is the vibe here. Forget those hardcore LED systems and definitely keep it away from direct sunlight. Too much light means algae growth, and before you know it, your tank's gonna start looking like the swamp Shrek calls home. Indirect lighting's gonna keep everything balanced, letting your bamboo thrive without turning your aquarium into an algae nightmare. Their preference for indirect lighting makes them perfect for fish like bettas who prefer low light. Now for the fun part, planting. It's super easy, but you gotta get it right if you want that bamboo to grow tall and strong. Start by digging small holes in your substrate and gently place each stalk of Lucky Bamboo into these holes, making sure that the roots are fully covered with soil and gravel. This gives the plant the stability that it needs to stay upright and not fall over the moment your fish swim by. And listen, if your bamboo starts wobbling, add some more gravel for extra support. You want it standing tall and firm like a TikTok influencer's perfectly curated plant wall. Stabilizing your bamboo isn't just about aesthetics, it ensures that the roots can fully engage with the nutrients in the substrate. Once planted, let it vibe and settle in, because you've just set up your aquarium for some major Zen energy. Zenergy. Yeah, Zenergy. When it comes to Lucky Bamboo, positioning is everything. The goal? Keep those stalks standing tall and proud with the leaves above the waterline. Think of it like a chill tropical tree growing in your tank. If the leaves touch the water even for a little while, you're gonna be dealing with rot, and nobody wants that. Rotten leaves mean toxins get released into the water, turning your chill aquarium setup into a stress fest for your fish. Trim any excess leaves that might be creeping too close. Lucky Bamboo thrives when you give it some space to breathe, and positioning it correctly ensures it doesn't turn into an aquarium hazard. Properly positioned bamboo means that your tank stays clean, your fish stay healthy, and your bamboo keeps flexing its sleek green look. Now, feeding Lucky Bamboo isn't complicated, but it's crucial. Sure, it can live off the nutrients in your substrate, but if you want your bamboo looking extra lush, you're going to need to drop some liquid fertilizer into the mix. A little boost every 6 to 8 weeks keeps your bamboo thriving, without making it feel like it's on life support. Look for fertilizers that are specifically made for aquatic plants, so no shortcuts here. Lucky Bamboo loves a steady dose of macro and micronutrients to keep its roots growing and its leaves popping. But watch out, overfeeding your bamboo can lead to yellow leaves, burnt roots, and a sad looking plant. You know, not the vibe. Keep an eye on your nitrate and phosphate levels with an aquarium test kit. If those start creeping up, it's time to pump the brakes on the fertilizer. Less is more, my friend. You want your bamboo healthy, not hangry. Even though Lucky Bamboo is low maintenance, it still needs a little trim now and then. The best way to do this? Snip just above the nodes. This encourages new growth and keeps your bamboo from getting too tall and leggy. Plus, regular trims prevent the plant from overtaking your tank, making it look like you're trying to recreate the Amazon rainforest itself. Don't be afraid to get in there and cut off excess growth, because pruning keeps your bamboo looking sleek and promotes a healthier plant overall. Plus, it gives you more control over its size, making sure it doesn't dominate the tank or block out the light your other plants and fish need. Lucky Bamboo isn't the pickiest plant, but it does appreciate good water quality. You wouldn't drink tap water straight from the faucet, and neither should your bamboo. Use reverse osmosis or distilled water to keep things fresh. If tap water is your only option, make sure to dechlorinate it. Chlorine is a no-go for Lucky Bamboo and your fish. Dechlorinators like Seachem Prime are your best bet here. As for temperature, Lucky Bamboo prefers it between 65 and 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Keep it cool but not freezing, and warm but not like a tropical beach vacation. If the water's still too hot or too cold, your bamboo's gonna struggle, slowing its growth or even drooping. Maintaining ideal water conditions keeps your plant and fish feeling their best. And while Lucky Bamboo isn't picky about CO2, adding a moderate amount can help keep it green and thriving. If you want to use CO2 supplementation, a product like Seachem XL works great. Make sure your bamboo is in water that's clean, fresh, and chlorine-free, which means it can do its job of enhancing your aquarium, improving water quality, and creating a safe haven for your fish. Get this right, and your aquarium will become a chill zen paradise, fish approved. Lucky Bamboo is the ultimate addition to any aquarium, offering both aesthetic appeal and practical benefits. However, it requires some simple yet crucial care steps to thrive. One of the most common issues with Lucky Bamboo is yellowing stems, which are a sign of distress. When this happens, it's essential to trim the affected areas immediately to prevent rot from spreading throughout the plant. Lighting is also key to keeping your bamboo healthy. While it thrives in indirect light, direct sunlight can encourage algae growth and stress the plant. Keeping the roots trimmed also helps avoid overcrowding and ensures the bamboo has enough room to grow strong. There are a few common mistakes to avoid when caring for Lucky Bamboo. First and foremost, never submerge the leaves. Doing so will cause them to rot, releasing ammonia and other toxins into the water that can harm both the plant and fish. Direct sunlight's another pitfall. While it might seem tempting to light your tank naturally, too much light's going to create an algae bloom, turning your water green and murky. Additionally, overheating the tank can cause your bamboo to wilt and slow its growth. And lastly, don't rely solely on gravel for substrate. Lucky Bamboo needs nutrient-rich soil to grow properly and maintain its resilience. One of the best things about Lucky Bamboo is how easy it is to propagate. If you want to grow your collection, simply cut a stalk just below one of the nodes, place it in water, and wait for its roots to develop. Once those roots are established, the new bamboo can be transferred into your aquarium, expanding your plant setup without having to purchase more. When choosing straight or twisted varieties of Lucky Bamboo, it all comes down to personal preference. Twisted stalks offer a unique artistic flair, while straight stalks are more traditional and easier to plant densely in your tank. Both options work well, providing the same aesthetic benefits and creating hiding spaces for your fish. Speaking of fish, choosing the right tank mates is essential to keeping both your bamboo and aquatic inhabitants happy. Bettas, guppies, neon tetras, snails, and dwarf shrimp are great companions for Lucky Bamboo, since they're not going to disturb the plant. For bottom feeders, cories can do a great job of getting scraps and mixing well with mid and top level schooling fish. We've actually got a whole playlist of fish that you can view on our channel. I'll leave the card at the top of the screen for you to check out. Who doesn't like binging a newly discovered YouTube channel? On the other hand, species like goldfish or large cichlids can uproot or damage the bamboo, making them less ideal for a shared environment. You should also avoid crayfish and many freshwater crab species that usually tend to uproot them. So now that your lucky bamboo's ready to take your tank from basic to bougie, it's time to let those green thumbs shine. If you found this guide helpful and want more tips to level up your aquarium game, don't just sit there, hit that subscribe button. And for even more in-depth tips and tricks, check out the blog post linked below. Join the squad and stay tuned for more aquatic adventures, plant hacks, and fishy fun. You can also leave a super thanks, which goes to help support the channel. Or better yet, click on the next video to your right. We'll see you next time.